What's up, y'all? You already know what to do. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And today we're going to talk about how to survive in prison.
This is how you survive as a neutral, or non-aggressive person on a short bit. You can apply it to a long bit, but it's more details with that. But this is how you survive. This is the basis around it. I'm gonna get into detail about it. I'm gonna try to make it long as possible for y'all, because that's what y'all keep leaving me in the comments. Make the videos longer. Make the videos longer. I've been trying to do that for y'all. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But I'm gonna feed y'all right here. I'm gonna get into it. 3 G's: gays, gangs, gambling. Now let's break down these 3 G's that you stay away from. You stay away from gays because even if you are gay, going to prison and getting into a relationship can be tricky. You don't really know who you get into a relationship with. So if you cheating, you're not faithful, you keep looking at other guys, or you know what you would call a female in prison, that could be deadly and dangerous for you. You could get stabbed. Your lover might not want you to go home and might murder you. And I know that might sound extreme, right? But it's guys that done murder correctional officers. It's guys that done murdered commissary women, people who work in different parts of the facility because they were about to retire and leave them, and they were used to them, and they didn't want them to retire. I know that don't sound too logical, right? But it's just the truth. Look it up. I'll share a story with y'all, just so y'all know. Yeah, I'll be on here talking about nothing I don't really know.
Hey, that's 100% correct, y'all. Hey, working at these institutions is dangerous as well. All right. Remember, working at these institutions ain't no joke as well. So what he's saying is 100% correct.
You know what I'm talking about. If I don't know it, I'll tell you. But this is the type of stuff to go on. And then somebody else might want your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and they're willing to take them by all means. And that means if putting a hit on your head is it, then that's what they're gonna do. So you stay away from the gay thing because it can get you in trouble. Not because it's wrong or nothing like that. I'm not on here saying that or propagating no hate or nothing like that. I'm just seeing it can get you in a lot of trouble. And then, two, when you present yourself as gay, you open yourself up to be put in that realm of the white guys, the young white guys that's not tough, that's come in, the child molesters, the weak, because they start trying to prey on you since you, oh, well, you gay anyway, you're going to give it to me. And that be their logic. And they don't mind standing in front of people. So that could open up a whole can of worms you don't want to deal with. I'm telling you, don't want to deal with it. I've seen it. Gambling. You can gamble, right? But you put yourself at risk. You can gamble, but it's not a wise idea, and especially to gamble depending on if your store come next week, if your money touch your account. You can put your store list in with no money on your account, but if your people send it the next day before the deadline, you'll get your store. But sometimes it don't always work out like that. So if you say I'm getting paid on store day and your store not there and people want their money, they're gonna put all types of interest on it. Now, if you can't afford that interest, or if somebody don't want to wait, then that could be a razor waiting to come across your face. That could be you lying to somebody, and people don't like being lied to, especially about their money. Commissary is money. Food is money, because the food in the cafeteria is horrible. So everybody take their food very, very serious. That's why you can get somebody stabbed for 20 noodles and a bag of chips and a honey bun.
That's why I say a lot of y'all don't understand that. Y'all like, why are people fighting over top ramen in there? Why are people fighting over oodles and noodles? It's because it's super important. That is basically like money in there. You understand what I'm saying? So 100% correct on that, guys. Never play with somebody's food in prison. That'll be one of the biggest ways to lose your life over some top ramen.
That's to a gang leader, and he'll go send one of his flunkies to punch somebody in their mouth for you. Food is very, very important. So make sure you can cover your gambling debt. But and it's good to have the money on the wood to make it good, right? Because let's say you gambling with somebody, you say, okay, we're gonna pay up at the end of the day. Now you gave them opportunity to play you, and you don't give people opportunities to play you. So that's why you say, hey, every $5 we get to, every $5 debt, we're gonna pay up. So bring $5 worth of stuff up here, keep it on you while we play, and when we get the $5, give it to me. Then go get another $5. Because at the end of the day, if I got you down $30 and I don't want to pay you and get paid, what you gonna do? You about to go home. You on a short bid. See how you opened yourself up to something? Don't give nobody the opportunity to play you or make it look like you're a punk. Because once you look like a punk and people see that he didn't pay you, you gamble with somebody else, they're not gonna pay you. You run a poker table and you're responsible for making sure everybody get paid, everybody bringing stuff to the table and making your money, and they know you're a punk, they're just gonna say, all right, I just played $30 free. I'm not giving you nothing. Gangs, you stay away from gangs, especially if you're on a short bid. You know, you got gangs, Bloods, Vice Lords, you know, GDs, so on and so forth. You might run across one of those leaders that don't care if you're about to go home. They'll say, well, you have a 1 to 4 bid. You're on your 3rd year, so what, you got a parole? You can do another year for the movement. Go punch him, go stab him, go do whatever. They'll flop you or take your parole from you, but this is what you signed up for. You signed up for gangbanging. And some people heartless. Some people push you out the door, say, oh no, don't do nothing. Go home, go home, go home. You better out there. Some people don't care. They got natural life. So what's you doing another year? And they got to sit here the rest of their life or the next 25, 30 years of their life. You stay away from the gangs. If you're walking with your brother that's in your gang and somebody come punch him and then somebody else come kick him and you don't jump in, oh no, I'm going home. You sit there and watch him get beat up. What you think about to happen to you?
Look at yourself, worrying about music licensing. What you need is an artless subscription.
What you think about to happen to you? 8 times out of 10, whoever you go to in that game and get them the reason, oh, I'm going home. So what? You should have jumped in, at least broke it up or pretend like you was about to, whatever. You should have did something. They're going to get you off that yard. And then you're going to end up jacking your parole off anyway.
And that's why I say, guys, a lot of y'all want to try to join these gangs, want to be down, want to be a Blood, y'all want to be a Crip. Well, then when you go to jail, they're gonna want you to put in that work to prove that you're about the movement. And a lot of times, I'm not gonna say all, but it's a lot of y'all out here that's claiming these gangs that are not really about it. So he got a great point with that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to, if your brother gets attacked, you're gonna have to jump in or they're gonna jump on you. You see what I'm saying? So 100%.
Unless you just sit there and get beat up or stabbed or whatever the case may be. But it's a horrible feeling to be 2 weeks away from the house, 3 weeks away from the house and jack off your parole, or be 2 or 3 weeks away from the house and now you're going home with a cut on your face. Now you're going home as a rat and bowl. And that's how gangs prey on other people too. Like when that type of stuff happens to somebody, they don't jump in and people go against them. Another set will come like, man, they should want you to go home, brother. Man, they don't love you. They don't have no respect for you. They don't have no law, no order. You about to go home. Come over here with us. And now you in another gang. Now you in another situation like, that's if you weak minded. Now you in another situation like, okay, he switched gangs on us. All right, he got to get beat out. He got to go to the hole behind this. Period. This is what's going to have to happen for him to get his walking papers from us. Sometimes you might have to abide by that. Did I tell you anything positive that comes out of this? So if you do join something, try to join your religion because they're more based on principles and morals. But even some of them don't care about you, but it'll be more to care about you. So if you're about to go home and a brother asks you, a Moorish brother or a Nation of Islam brother asks you to carry a knife, you can go tell your Grand Sheik, and your Grand Sheik, what? Or your assistant grand, she could tell your head grand, she like, no, that's not what it is. It happened to me. I'm about to go home. Well, I had the possibility to go home after I served I think it was like my second flop, maybe my third flop or something like that. A brother asked me to bring a knife to yard. And I don't mind carrying small knives, right? This big, little pokers about this big. He asked me to bring a knife this long to yard. I'm talking about this knife was made out of locker door. It was this long. Hey man, you need to bring that knife to yard, this knife to yard. I don't want him over there no more. I'm like, what? I'll bring these, but I'm not gonna bring the big one. And one of the brothers, Salters Bay, heard about it, and he went to the other brother like, man, do you know he about to go home? This is why you can't have this position, dog, because, you know, B.E. about to go home. Vince, you about to go home. What are you doing? And it was a big riff about that. He didn't care. And he was about to go home himself. But when you so institutionalized, you don't realize you're doing it. When you did a 15-year bid, then a 10-year bid, then a 5-year bid, you've been in prison more years than you've been alive. So all this seemed normal to you. All this seemed like a necessary risk. All this seemed like the Jackson days when you could walk the yard and there wasn't really no metal detectors and stuff like that. So, you know, the more end up getting all the knives and paying somebody to put them in another room, and we never gave them back to where they were supposed to go. And the more too was looking for a situation just to take the knives and not give them to him because he was just at the time a little bit detrimental to the movement because he didn't have any remorse or he was so fierce. But I still got love for the brother. No, I understand who he is as a person. Can't be mad at him like this has been your life. You know, so that's why I say stay away from gangs. Nothing really positive comes out of that besides somebody having your back. That's it. That's it. Okay. The next rule, steady yourself and mind your business. Can't be buddy-buddy with everybody. Steady yourself, mind your business. Simple as that. That's out here in the world too. It's out here in the streets. When you mind your business, people have no reason to look at you and say, oh, he might know this. We got to get him gone. Or he might have knew this and he might have told somebody else this and they wasn't supposed to know. You see all this reasoning, people just looking to get rid of you, looking to make an example out of you, looking to make a chess move. And when they make chess moves in prison, like y'all criticize my chess moves as being sneaky and treacherous, they do it even worse. But the thing is, when they do it, they want everybody to know about it, everybody. So other people can praise them for being a great warrior, a great leader, a great chess player. You dig what I'm talking about? A life, a chess game, a life type of player. You dig what I'm talking about? Find you a buddy for working out. Find you a buddy for working out. Find you a buddy for chess. Find you a buddy for walking around the track. You can have a couple different buddies, but make sure you know these buddies. Make sure you don't have a buddy that's gonna get so attached to you that he don't want you to go home. Make sure you find the buddy that's not always in trouble with other people. Make sure you find you a buddy that's not gonna be asking you to do crazy stuff to risk your freedom. You have to know who you're dealing with. Everybody is not meant to deal with, or they meant to deal with at just a certain point, and that's it. You might trade and barter with them, and that's it.
And that's in real life too, guys. Everybody is not meant to be your friend forever. All right, you got to know when to hold friends and when to let them go. You know what I'm saying? So even out here, even in the free world, know when to cut people off, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, sometimes people are just meant to be a season. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all chilling this summer. But if you go any further than this summer, maybe they're going to be detrimental to your life. Maybe they're going to get you in a robbery. Maybe they're going to turn on you and rob you. You know what I'm saying? Learn to deal with people with a long handle spoon is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You deal with people with a long handle spoon and make good choices on who you keep around you long term. So I definitely agree with that 100%.
Don't hang out with these certain people. Like, for example, what I learned is If a guy came to prison, and I know I can't talk because I came with 9 months left on the year and did 4, but a little different. I was messed up because I took the rules too serious. I took them too serious. I took the rules like way beyond the point of no return. Because sometimes when somebody violates a rule, you can let them slide. And I had to learn that when somebody violated the rule at the beginning, oh, it's punishment. I'm the wrong person to feel justified for doing something bad to you because I'm going to run with it. As soon as I feel like in my head I got all the justification in the world, you broke the rule, you broke my moral code, or you stepped on my morals, you disrespected me, you did all this stuff, I find all these reasons, you got to get punished. There's people like that that's way, 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 way worse than me, right? Find out who you're dealing with. When a guy is in prison and he come down with a 1 to 20 and he on his 16th year, this guy been down 15 years and he's still in a level 4, never been to a level 2 or a level 1, and he's supposed to be there. It's not a guy you want to hang around with. It's guys like that that come down with a 1 to 20 and they on their 16th, 17th year and they ain't slowing down. They still and don't care about maxing out. Say they do. Say they want to go home, but the actions never show. They had no social. You'll find people in there with no social skills at all. None. I'm talking about none.
And he making a great point, man. It's some people that get so institutionalized that they, it's not that they don't want to get out, but they just so used to prison that it's kind of like they don't have the skills to live in the free world. So this is just who they are. So 100%. Be careful around people who all about prison. You know what I'm saying? That's so institutionalized and so brainwashed that they really can't function without this.
No, excuse me, pardon me. They have no social skills at all. And you get to hang around that guy. You and him gonna get into it, or he gonna get you into some stuff. But more than likely, you and him are going to get into it. Some guys are just super weird. Oh man, you hang out with me every day. Why you can't loan me $30? Well, I only got $35 worth of stuff, so how can I loan you $30? All right, man, when you come out, we fighting. That's the type of people that's in there. You're not dealing with, the greatest people from society. We dealing with all the defects. People that don't went crazy behind those bars. Learn who you're dealing with. You don't want nobody to feel like they can come around you every day and then you realize like, oh shoot, I don't like this guy, but he keep coming around every day and you just don't want to tell him, bro, something wrong with you.
Rules. These are the 10 rules to make sure that you can survive in prison. 100%, guys. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Go over there and check out Petty Tupac. That's a great brother over there. And send all questions to my Instagram. So that's the link should be somewhere in my profile. I don't know. But anyway, guys, we're going to get up out of here. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we out. Peace.